Absolutely.
Already helped you? Make you think? That's all it is. You can think and change. You know, there's a guy, motivational writer, Norman Vincent Peale, he says, think and get rich. And that's a lot of power to it. So I'm not giving you one little gimmick. It just fits with the whole idea of purposeful. And what I said was only think positive about what you want to do, and it'll happen. The chance of happening is going to increase.
It's like the, have you heard The Secret? That CD series is called The Secret.
You know, I may have.
And the
Tell
author,
us about it.
it's a woman, and her whole...
It's a Rhonda Price secret.
Yeah,
Rhonda
yeah,
Price?
yeah,
Oh,
yep.
yes.
It's based on, you know, if you think, essentially if you...
Laws of attraction.
There's a finite amount of matter, and if you think positive, yes, it's the law of attraction,
Law of
essentially.
attraction.
If you think positive, then, or karma, good things will find their way back to you. That's the
I
basic
think it
principle.
happens, you know. Like we were looking for something, you came along
Yeah.
on this project. You see? This is what happens. And you don't have to be actively pursuing. You know, that's like campaigning. It just comes.
Yeah.
It just comes. I'll give you an example. I have two students working on a construction management, undergraduate project of a land. And did I tell you about that? Okay, the land. I happen to own the land, so I said, go ahead, and it's a very difficult terrain. It's side of a hill on Signal Mountain. So I said, it's about 10 acres long. I said, go ahead and see what you can do to develop a project over there. So the cut and the fill, which is the contouring of the land, is going to be difficult and expensive. But you know what's strange about Chattanooga? It's so hilly and all, people pay premiums for flat land. In Chicago, you have a little bit of a bump and you got price went up $50,000 for a lot because you like terrains. It's just the opposite here. I like the idea of scaling everything into the mountain. So you get like European and Italians do, you know. So you actually take benefit of it. You know, you get a much better view, a much wider panorama. So anyway, these students were doing it. And they were going to just jimmy up a contour plan and then do construction project and schedule and do a whole project on that basis. We were in the 352 class, and one student's been in the class for 4 or 5 weeks, and she's an architect. And she's in the engineering management program, and she wants to minor in construction management. So I said, we're going to give them projects to do. I said, what's your project? So this is a story to do with what we're doing about things coming to you. So what's your project? She said, I'd like to build a development, high energy, high efficiency, leads-based, you know, leader in energy and environmental development or whatever, LED.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's leader in energy and environmental stuff, right? So, and that's what those guys were talking about. So I said, Heather, why don't you go talk to them? Now she's in the project. She's sort of their advisor. And she'll do a capstone on this project eventually, on development, you know, on this area. So this is how it develops. So they now have a licensed architect helping them. The project's becoming, they want to go ahead and make it a real project, go fund it and do it. I said, fine. If you want to just show me that you can make it viable. Show me that you can make it viable. So this is how it happens. I had no idea. In the class, I didn't ask anybody. She just came up. I said, okay, come and meet with these guys. So it just happened. It comes. The whole idea is, I think what happens is there's always opportunity. We discussed entrepreneurship, and somebody said, do you seek opportunity or does it come? You remember my answer? It's on the tape. I said, you don't really have to seek. I said, opportunity always comes. Be aware. Always be aware, alert. What does that mean? Have your antennas open. That's out of the box. That's how thinking. Out of the box doesn't mean keep jumping up and down like a jumping jack. You see me jumping out of a box, I'm an animated guy, but that's part of my energy. Do you see what I'm saying? So, if you're aware, you're always, you see, it's like energy, it's like magnetism. You send out those waves, and then they click, it comes. But they have to be truthful. Because if you're not sincere, it'll all backfire. And there are people who are very smart, they can send out waves when they don't believe in it, deceptive waves. I'm sure there are people who can do that.